Welcome back. Let's put this in the ether, okay? Guys, sometimes women, right? Or people in general, right? Your emotion could be used as leverage against you. You gotta understand that, right? You gotta be, in this world, you gotta be mentally strong because your emotion is your weakest point. If you don't know how to control your emotions, right? People could use that as leverage against you to make you mad, to make you do things that you don't want to do, to exploit your insecurities, right? To exploit you, right? If you have weak emotion, you're easily exploited, either by your enemies, co-workers, relationships, family, media, the school system, the police. Everything in this world is gearing against your emotions. Is using your emotion against you. You have to know control your emotions. Even religion, right? Religion will try to use your emotion against you as well. It's a leverage against you. That's what it is. Your emotion is a primary leverage against you in any way to make you do things that you want to do or you don't want to do in life. For you to understand, for you not to be taken advantage of, you have to have the ability to control your emotion and to understand emotion as well. You have to have the psychology, right? This is what happens. This is why people take psychology to understand people's emotions. How most people out there, right? They can't handle their emotions. But most of those guys out there, right? Most of the guys out there in prisons, in jail. What are the root causes for them to be in jail? It's not murder, right? Murder or crime, right? But what's instigated that murder and crime, right? The thing that triggered that is their weak emotions, right? Most of these guys out there from prison, they have weak emotion due to their upbringing in their family. Most likely they were raised by single mothers, right? Single mothers have really psychological issues. They can't control their emotions, and what do? They pass on their energy to their kids, and that's why these kids out there who's in prisons, who's wreaking havoc in society right now. These are kids that cannot control their emotions. They go around beating up people because they can't control their emotions. They don't have the right upbringing. So this is why it's important to have a father figure, right? A structured father figure that comes from a structured family, that comes from a family of God, that have some kind of morals or standard, right? Will instill this kind of emotional control onto their kids, right? When you look at private school, kids in a private school, right? Kids in private school, they don't cause all these havocs out there in the public, right? You don't see kids from private school in the news saying you kill somebody or whatever it is, right? Because they have a upbringing, they have a proper upbringing. They have a structured father household, right? They have a father, a mother that teach them how to control their emotions, right? These public school kids, most of them come from single family household, meaning a mother. They can't teach them anything about controlling their emotions, right? And they're mainly causing all these havocs in society right now, right? So you have to control your emotion. Your emotion could make or break you in life. It could be used as leverage against you by your family, by the government, by society, right? The media could use their emotion. The media, meaning by movie, TV, music, publications, right? They could say all these stuff, put all these words, right, to sway to your emotion by words, right? That's what I'm telling you. Words is powerful too. Words can inflict emotions on people. Words can persuade people, depending on the way they use the word, what kind of order they use it, right? And what kind of image they project into your eyes. They use that to sway to your emotions, right? You gotta be emotionally strong, right? Emotion is leverage against you. For you to be successful in life, you need to know how to control your emotions. You need to know how to diagnose what's what. Read a lot of books. Read a lot of psychology books. All right? Read a lot of psychology books. Read stories of read books that self-helping motivational books or books by one book I want to suggest I want to recommend reading is Robert Greene, 48 Laws of Power, right? That he goes into depths and detail how people psychology works, how to gain power, right? There's his other book, Mastery, or Robert Greene. Read his book. He gave a lot of excellent examples of how to seduce people and how to do all this stuff, right? But I digress. But yeah, you need to control your emotions, guys. If you don't know how to control your emotion, you're gonna be eaten up in this world. You're gonna be if you swim with sharks right there. If you swim with sharks, the sharks gonna eat you up. We live in a dog eat dog world, right? People are vicious, right? They will gobble you up like crazy if you don't know how to control your emotion. Then you're gonna be exploited. You're gonna be easily fooled, bamboozled if you don't know how to control your emotions. All right? Your emotion is your weakest point. What separates us, right? What separates human beings from animals, right? Is that animals have emotion too, but we deal with complex emotions, right? That's what make us innately human beings. Human beings have emotions. That's what they can't mimic in robots, right? You cannot mimic emotion in robots. That's why AI, or like as I would like to call it, fake intelligence. That's what AI is. That's what artificial is. Artificial means fake. AI, right? Fake AI, fake intelligence. FI, whatever it is, whatever you call it. That's what's wrong with AI. The thing what's wrong with AI right now, or robots for that matter, is that they can't develop emotions, right? That's what these engineers, these coders, these scientific people are doing right now. That's the main problem that they haven't with emotion. That's why a robot will not hesitate, or artificial intelligence will not understand how compassion works. That's what makes us different from robots. Robots don't know how compassion works, right? We do. We know how compassion works. We have emotion. Human being is a great ball of emotions that still need to be researched and understand how the complexity of the brain works, right? The brain works in mysterious ways, right? If you can't if you can't control your emotion, you be weak. You be like one of these crazy homeless people out there in the street right now, talking to themselves, right? Yelling at themselves, saying all this and that, having Tourette. Excuse me. Anyway, I've been screaming. Let me get some water. Back to what I was saying, right? You have to control your emotions, right? Or else your emotion will be used as leverage against you, to control you, to manipulate you, to gaslight you. All right, you don't know what gaslight is? Gaslight is telling a person that to question themselves, to question their own insanity, to question themselves. Are you living in the real world? That's basically gaslighting in a nutshell, right? To question your insanity, right? That's what people do, right? This world, they like to gaslight you, to make you think. To make you think whether you live in the real world or not. Question your emotions, all right? But you need to get your emotion in order, all right? There's a lot of news program out there doing all this manipulation. Why do you think they always projected bad news on you, right? Bad policy, saying all this stuff, right? They're doing that to control your emotions. All this positive thinking. If you just focus on negativity all around, everything's around you gonna be negative. Right? If you think about positive, everything's around you will be positive. It's how you think, right? Your emotions. But in order to make it to life, in order to make it, to be mentally strong, to accomplish your goal, right? To get what you need in life, you have to control your emotion. I know sometimes things are hard, right? But the way to persevere through that is to take control of your emotion. Be strong. You gotta write it out. You gotta wave it out, right? You gotta write it out and until it passes, because at the end of the day, everything passes, and it'll be a new day, right? If you can't accept the fact that tough times are coming, right? But tough time isn't forever. You have to make the effort and get yourself out of that time, and you gotta be emotionally strong. If you can't understand that, I don't know what to do for you, right? You have to figure that yourself. You have to understand that we are emotional creatures. All right, we have to be emotional creatures, but we have to understand that our emotion could make us or break us, and we have to take control of it. If we don't control of it, nobody else will. That's why you see all these mental patients out there, mental illnesses, right? These people are a prime example of people that cannot handle their emotion. And what's the solution? What's the government solution? Put them on SSRI, right? Selective, what is it? What's SSRI? Selective serotonin receptors indicators, or whatever like that, right? Those medicines, don't be on that. Xanax, Percocet, right? Zoloft, whatever it is, you do not want to be on that because it'll cause more damage to your physiology, your body, right? And they want to say is a chemical imbalance. But you as a person, if you know you are not head right, then you should be able. If you can understand that you're not right with your head, you should be strong enough to take charge of your life and control your emotions. You have to control your emotion, right? At the end of the day, you have to control your emotion, right? Because your emotion could be leveraged against you for good or bad. But on that note, guys, if I missed something, like, share, subscribe, put your comment below. On that note, guys, peace and blessings.